$10,000 tick trap. $10,000 tick trap.
Pandas. 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 Oh, whoops. Alright, you got a little sneak peek. Alright, it's okay. It's all good. Little sneak peek of other stuff. It's all good. Pandas, welcome. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Lee, good morning. We just finished a pre-market show. Always have a great time there. Make sure you guys scalp that like button. Also, drop a GM in the chat and your location. I'd love to know where you guys are from. I don't know. For me, I'd love to know like kind of the best things about every culture, or not like, it's hard to say the best things, but like some of the gems or the gold nuggets that come from each culture, and personally love to go and experience them. So I'd love to know where you guys are from and ask about it. I love traveling. Day Train, good morning. X77X, good morning. Tanner, good morning. Sweet Onions, good morning. Sweetie Boy, good morning. Lee, welcome back, guys. Hugh, good morning. Hopefully the panda's up like 20K on a news trade. I didn't trade it with my... Hopefully you guys took that trade. There was news, CPI numbers, and I'll talk more about that later, but with this one candle, you could have passed any of your accounts. This is an account making candle, also account breaking candle, so 50-50. And so I do feel bad for John Lee if he did take the trade that because he asked me to flip a coin, and yesterday I flipped a coin and ended up being heads, and heads was going to go long, and unfortunately it didn't go long. I went short. So
10,000.
Hopefully he didn't actually take that and do that. So anyone trade pre-market DP making money? Okay. Good morning, Kid Poker, Bernadette. Good morning. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. That is true. Make sure your significant other feels love today. Kid Poker, pass another eval on the news board. Let's go, baby. Congratulations. Kid Poker. Yes, now 3 PAs. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, Lee got hit. Lee got hit that one day. It's always that one day. And I still have that one day too. So good morning, guys. John Yonan, good morning. El Hassan, good morning. Rima, Maria G, welcome, welcome, welcome. B Charles, welcome, guys. Steve Milan, Avatar, good morning. Tanner. Steve Milan, temporarily in Panama. Nice. GC Burke. Sunny Central, Texas. Good morning, guys. Toadman, good morning. Kid Poker, good morning. Okay, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I've definitely been there. I've definitely been in that situation. This is such a random comment. He says, I'm from America. I like guns, hot dogs, football, large trucks that I'll never take off-road. That's what Hugh says. Iron Chris says, my mom is 4'11" nurse with a lifted Ram 2500 diesel, and she's never towed anything in her life. Good morning, guys. Good morning. So, what's the plan today, pandas? We wait for the trend, we wait for a key area, and then we take the two-leggy off of it. That's the plan. That's the plan today, pandas. It looks like we're going down. I mean, this is wild, right? Isn't it wild? Huge move down, huge move up, huge move back down. right? The initial move down was strong.
10,000 tick trap.
The move reaction was stronger, and now we're back further down the original point, the low point. Insane, insane. Oh, actually, did we pass it yet? Yeah, we did. We just passed it. Yes, we passed it already. So, could be a downtrend day today. And let's look at the daily chart. There's a two-leggy coming off the 20 MA, also off our trend line. So, two leggies on a daily chart, very, very high probable trades. You can see even here the two-leggy here, boom, shoots up like crazy, but does reverse. Here we have a big move, shoots up a lot, but having a tough time breaking this previous pivot high. But we're still contained within this channel. So, like I mentioned, when we were up here and we started to show some movement back down, like I said, even if we come back down, we can still be in an uptrend because the 20 EMA and also this channel going up. And that proved to still be true, and that we are still contained within this channel here. And as long as we're contained in this channel, we're pretty much still in an uptrend here. And but we'll see with this candle what happens. I'll be surprised if we do break the previous candle's low here. That'd be a lot of range, but could happen. That could trigger a big moment because we're still in Trap City. So, really hard to say here. I mean, it does look like an uptrend, but quite possibly reverse here. Dylan asked, did I pass any evals? I did. If you want to know how many, then you can become a panda and join our pre-market show, and you can see exactly how many accounts I have and how much, and you can see also all my off-stream trades. You can see all my account balances as well. That's what the pre-market show is for those who want to follow more closely, for those who want to support me a little bit more and kind of get the inside scoop of what's happening. Here, what you get is just what happens during stream, but they get to know what happens off stream, and honestly, it's a little more cozy group, so I can speak a little more deeply about certain topics, and also answer questions. Pretty much any question asked, I will try my best to answer. That's why sometimes we go over on the pre-market show, and I start this stream late. I do give some priority, to a point, to the pre-market, and trying to answer as many, as thoroughly as I can, any questions asked. Or any insights I have, I try to explain as best as I can. GC Berg says, I should add one more to the poll. Simply, it doesn't matter what I think. I mean, it's pretty even across the board. You guys are all confused. The market may be confused too today, but I personally think we might have a downtrend day today. Let's see, though, if it happens. It's really hard to say. There is news again tomorrow, and also on Thursday. Tomorrow news. Let me see what news is tomorrow. The news tomorrow will be retail sales. That'll be at 8:30 again. Now, would that create a candle that can make or break an account? I don't know. If that one doesn't, then most likely the core PPI the next day will. If it does, then there's a chance that the core PPI won't make much difference just because of all the volatility already caused by the news. Completely sideways at the moment, untradeable market, limit order market here. If you guys didn't know, CPI numbers. CPI numbers basically is the way the federal government tracks inflation. Is it accurate? I don't know. I don't know. But it's the number they use. And you know if the CPI is high, that the actual inflation is much higher. That's one thing I'm pretty certain of. And right now the CPI number was 6.4. 6.4. What does that mean? Why is that significant? I usually don't care about news. But when the news directly affect the decisions the Fed makes, then I pay attention. And so right now, the target was 6.2. So first off, we missed the target. Inflation was higher than expected. And second of all, last month, the inflation, the CPI number was 6.5. 6.5, pandas. What does that mean? That means that the CPI only dropped by 0.1 point. All right, market just open. Why is that significant? Well, because if this inflation doesn't go down as much as the Fed wants it to, then they can raise interest rates aggressively again. What they are mostly afraid of is what happened in the 1970s. What happened then? Inflation started to skyrocket, and what ended up happening was the Fed started to raise interest rates. And what they actually did, which is different than what Powell's doing or what today's Fed is doing, is they actually raised the interest rates above the inflation rate. So that's as if the Fed government started to raise the interest rate beyond 6.4, which would be pretty strong statement. And what it did was, for temporarily, it made the inflation go down. And so what the Fed did, they took their foot off the pedal, and then they lowered their interest rates back beneath the inflation, saying, okay, or maybe not even beneath the inflation. It was like they just lowered the inflation, the rate. They lowered their interest rates, and after doing so for us right now, we have not yet lowered our interest rate. We have increase our interest rate at a slower pace. I'm trying to find a short trade here, pandas, by the way. And like I mentioned, I felt like it'll be a bear day today. And we are dripping. We are certainly dripping here. The reason why it's hard to take a short at this point is because we do have a pretty distinct channel here with multiple confirmations. And now we're at the bottom of it. So it's kind of difficult to trade the breakdown here because it seems like this channel is pretty accurate. I'd like to come back up to the 20 MA with a 2-leggy. That'd be beautiful. That's all I could ask for. Now we have an undershoot of this channel, which could lead to a possible reversal. The first 5-minute candle is looking quite bearish, but we have to wait till it finishes. Look how strong this bear candle is at the moment. Coming back to the 240 SMA. Okay, will we get our setup here, a 2-legged pullback at the 20 MA. And so what happened, let me continue the story. And so what happened was in 1970s, when they started to lower their interest rates, the inflation went back up higher than the original point.
10,000 tick trap.
So they had to do it again. They had to raise their interest rates back to higher than inflation. And then the inflation went down a little bit, and then they did the same mistake. They lowered it. They lowered interest rates. And then when they started lowering interest rates, guess what? The inflation went back up higher than it did, to even a higher peak. It was making higher highs, higher lows. And so finally Volk came in and just raised interest rates and just kept it there until they got to their target inflation, which is, I guess, was 2%. It takes some guts to do that because he basically destroyed the economy and went into recession. We have a 2-leggy here, but it's not technically, it's not really near a key area. I actually like the fact this is going up a little bit here. Problem here is that we have an undershoot, which may cause us to have an overshoot, which could make it lower the probability of the second entry short here. I'm so eager. I'm willing to take this second entry short here because of the strong move down. Decent signal bar. I'm going to sit on my pause. I'm actually going to wait till we hit our key area before taking this trade. I'm going to be patient here. I'm going to try to be a good panda as best as possible at least. Let's get a pullback back to the 20 MA at least. Okay, I'll be sweating if I take the short. You just got stopped out if you took that short trade. I was very eager to enter. I understand why you would want to enter there, but didn't quite hit our key area. Plus, we had the undershoot. Now leading to the small overshoot here. This is the one I'm going to be willing to take here. Signal bar is too bullish, so canceling that. But the risk is not too large. So now we're going clear. Now we have 2 closes above the 20 MA. We'll see here. We'll see here. Right, that's a good signal bar to go short, but it is above the 20 MA unfortunately. And that is not a trade I like. That's not a trade I like. I mean, I'm pretty sure we are in a downtrend right now, but that's not a trade I like being above the 20 MA. This is the exact reason why. Why I don't like to go short right above the 20 MA. Reacted off of it. I mean, you can still make a scalp here. Goodness. So you just got stopped out again, taking 2 attempts short. One was too far away from 20 MA. The second one was above the 20 MA. So I skipped both, and why I saved myself from losing, $500. Here's a L4 setup. It's above the 20 MA. It's difficult to take. I like L4 setups. I may take. So now we have to worry about this small uptrend that formed, and we kind of want this to play out as well. We wanted to make a new high before really thinking about continuing this downtrend. The main reason being is because we're pushing above the 20 MA like this, showing some strength from the bulls there. So we kind of want to retest the highs here, and the lower high will create a second entry long for that. Second entry long, possibly, to make a new high. I personally probably be interested if the second entry fails, the second entry long fails, I may want to go short to continue this downtrend. So second entry long forming here. I may take the failed second entry long just because I do feel like this is a downtrend still. But we do kind of want to retest this high here. I'm going to let this play out. Clearly staying above the 20 MA currently. And the second entry long does trigger, making it that new high. Yep, strong bull bar. Right, this is your signal bar is looking ugly. And double top. New high created. This is what we're waiting for. And now we may find ourselves continuing this original downtrend. So we got the break of trend to new high here. Let's look for a short trade now if we can. The best setup will be a fail second entry long. This is our best setup here. And that is what I'll be looking for if we can get it. If we don't get this, then what we're going to look for is a second entry short in a key area. You know, something like that. Just a 2-legged pullback, second entry short. If we don't get the failed second entry long, we're going to look for a second entry short to jump in. As long as we haven't made a new low yet, you know, we have a good chance of scalping out there. Hope that makes sense. So the Fed, that's what the Fed is scared of, what happened in 1970s. So you can see the Fed is acting a little differently. Even though they're seeing the interest rates falling, what they're doing is not lowering their interest rates. They're continuing to raise the interest rates at a slower pace. And what they're going to do this time, they're going to try to pause. But here, if the interest rates are not going down as fast as they wanted to, they may start raising interest rates at a more aggressive rate again, which means that higher than just a quarter point, it could be a half a point or maybe 3/4. I mean, for me, it seems like they're going to, you know, if they were going to raise it again more aggressively, it'll be a 0.5. We may get our setup here. Feels like entry long, perhaps. Right, new high already created. signal bar is quite large to take if we do trap here, and it's quite bullish. Very difficult to take this trap, right? The 20 EMA, right on the 20 EMA as well. Darn, but that's a good location. I like this trade to go short. Only problem is that this risk was way too large for me. Risk was way too large for me. Got 4 pushes down here. Lower high setup. Not barely enough room to go short. I'll attempt it here. That signal bar. Not what I want to see. It's an ugly looking signal bar. Be a lower high setup here. I'm going to try this. And immediately get busted. Darn. Immediately get busted here. Tough, 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 tough. I was thinking of that lower high coming off this trend line. Thinking that we're in this downtrend. But man, that just reversed so fast on me. Obviously got trapped. Right, that trapped me. So many traps here. Another thing is obviously just 20 EMA just going in and out of it, making that trade very very risky. But again, the reason why I took it is because it's off this trend line here, and I felt like we were looking for I don't know, maybe right here we could see a broken trend to new low actually by 1 tick or 2 ticks, and maybe looking for that reversal. I think I was too generous on this trend line, and thought that we were gonna, go down it. So darn. Possibly this as well. Where we're seeing now we're bouncing off of this trend line. And we're gonna forget this one. Darn. Okay, we're in this uptrend now. I just saw this move, and I was already thinking, I had a bearish bias because of the breaker trend new high, thinking we're gonna go down and make another move down. But had this strong downtrend still in mind, thinking this is a small pullback of it. This is why I took that short, and man, boom. The moment I entered, just broke my neck. Didn't see this trend line here. Didn't see this channel up. Because I had a smaller channel here working. And didn't think about using this as a channel. Because, really, at the time, how are you going to draw that? You can draw like this. You can draw like that. Now I'm going to include all this in here. Second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. Am I looking for a second entry long now? I don't know about that. This ended up being an H4 setup, which I typically like a lot. The loss altogether, a little more than 3 points. 3.25, 3.5 points. Okay, pushing down now. Triggering the second entry short on the 10,000 tick chart. If I drew it, it depends on really how you draw your channel. If you draw it like this, then this would be a first break of trend, looking for a new high created, which sets itself up again for a reversal. This one, you would have to draw it like this now. It's weird. I would never really draw a channel like this, but you gotta break a trend to new low here. Trap potentially on the 10,000 tick.
10,000 tick trap.
Almost want to go long here. Almost want to go long. Be at the top of the resistance here. That's a problem. But this would trigger the trap on a 10,000 tick as well. So going long here makes sense. Yep, and scalped out if he went long. It's just a little too far away from 20 MA this time. Barely enough room to the top of the channel as well. Breaking out now. Trap triggers 10,000 tick chart. So another reason why I wanted to take that trade, because that would basically happen at the same spot. You get the confluence like that with a 2K and a 10,000 tick chart, then you know, things like this can happen. If you haven't noticed, I've reduced my contract sizes to 1 contract. I'm in probation until I get a green day. Put myself in probation. To push higher. I mean, looks like the 5-minute wants to fill the gap. Looks like the 5-minute wants to fill the gap here, bouncing off the 240 SMA perfectly. The 5-minute chart. Trap on 10,000 tick chart. This is wild. This is wild. There's a monster move up right now. Jeez. Breakout mode. What is that? What is this? All right. Cool. Getting choppy. The chop itself should have been the reason why I shouldn't have gone short here. Just at the lower high setup on this early in the downtrend, but trend was not yet created. I wanted to go in with the reversal. Expect a big move down here. Back to the 20 MA. Back to earth. Going back to earth. Now, as we wedge between the 240 and the 20 MA, we most likely will start to go into a trading range in this area.
$10,000 tick trap.
Second entry long, perhaps here. But it's an overshoot leading to an undershoot. Is it? It's starting to turn to a trading range. Maybe looking for a new high here on this breakout move. We're at the 240. If we go long here, it's kind of risky in my opinion. Higher low setup. Let's try to get a piece of this strong uptrend here. It's already made its 2 points. Well, cool. Try to get a small retracement there. I was looking for that new high to be created. I want to get a piece of that. I was a little worried because we had this resistance here already been created. And also most likely trading range as these two MAs converge. So I wanted a small retracement there because the risk was quite large. 1, 2, 3. It would have been 4-point risk. 4-point risk there. I tried to get a retracement, but market said no. Not today. Not today, Panda. And that's the thing about retracements. Well, if the setup is really good, then you don't even get the retracement. Not even that one tick retracement. What's happening here now? Break a trend new high. Start to go into a trading range, as I mentioned, with the 240 SMA and the 20 EMA starting to converge. You start to see some back and forth here. It may be in no man's land for a little bit. Which is unfortunate because I am slightly red today. I'd like to be in a good setup here. I'll be tempted to take a trap trade here. Fail second entry long. That'd be nice. But I don't know if we're going to get it. Hmm. Now it's difficult to take. I mean, if you look at really small trend lines here, then this is what the trend line is. Already made a new low. Look at really small trend lines.
10,000 tick trap.
Trading range. As these two MAs converge, we start to see our trading range starting to form. Hard to find a setup here. Amazing. 5 minute fills the gap. I really didn't know it was going to fill that gap. And fills it. Amazing. Amazingly fills that gap. Incredible. Sucks the retracement didn't come for this trade. Just a rocket ship. Strong downtrend. Just a morning opening reversal here. Incredible move up. Continues to push up here. Getting some good movement. We actually have a trend right now, which is nice. One of the better openings. But still, no good setups, really. Other than this setup here, no real good setups along this entire portion. Though we do have second entry longs. It's not second entry longs necessarily that you would take. Here, another second entry long, but terrible signal bar. It actually triggers beneath the 20 MA. Makes it difficult. Continue to push up higher and higher and higher. Could be a strong bull trend day today. And I'm trying to find a bullish setup. If I can get one. Second entry long here. Hard to take that because it does seem like we're at the top of the channel here. Wow, that does scalp out, but that's risky for me. Really risky. I like the fact that we're in an uptrend, but I gotta also respect this channel here that we've been in for a while. Plus also a failed trap above here. It does scalp out, but risky to me. Really risky. Hmm. Could be a spiking channel here. Just a super strong uptrend. I mean, the 10,000 tick chart is just like, what? Creating an overshoot here of this channel. 10,000 tick. Five-minute just rockets off the 240 SMA. We know the direction is up. We know it's going up. Just need a setup to it. Absolutely incredible move. And I'm scared to go long anywhere here. Just I feel like we're so overextended. But it's an incredible move. It's the first entry off our trend line here. Is it one of those trends you just take any first entry and you'll make money? Possibly. We may convert to a first entry market here, where the only way you'll get in on this move up is by first entries. But very risky every time you do it. Okay, second entry long. Oh, it's ugly. Why do you look like this? Spiking channel. Barely enough room to the top of the channel, and it's happening right at the top here, where the resistance, natural resistances are. It is a second entry long though. Hard for me to take that. Inside bar. Though I want to make my money back here, I can't take it here. I just can't take it. Wild trade to take. I mean, you could take it, but pretty wild, in my opinion. And I like the fact that it's basically right here where the tops of these are. So you're essentially trading breakout and trying to breakout trade. Trying to get a breakout here. It's getting more and more sus. Could have skunked out several times already. Yeah. Technically, your stop loss is down here, though, so you're still safe, actually. I kind of want to pull back on the higher time frames, because with the pullback in the higher time frames, such as the 5-minute, 10K, then I feel like we kind of reload here. Kind of want to pull back here, at least a one-legged pullback. Looking for 2 legs up here, and good signal bar to take long again, but difficult to take. It does seem like we're hitting some resistance here. But notice a 20 MA still acting as support. In fact, we can't even touch it. Got very close. Limit order market. People are buying with limit orders. The bottom of the previous candle's lows. Now this is another two-leggy. As we start to curl over, this is acting as a resistance now. Second entry long, right into all these hits here. But it makes me want to go long with a nice signal bar looking like that. It's a second entry long off of 20 MA. There we go. It's just so frustrating because you start to get all this chop here. But it is clearly above the 20 MA. You get the first break, new high. It's just the fact that all of these resistances here, it's kept hitting its head. Don't like going long into that. But going long, it does burst out. And especially with a nice signal bar, I was thinking about it. Also creates an outside bar reversal. With no retracement whatsoever. Jeez. Also, it's the pressure of like, if I enter long there, I can't tell you how many people are going to be like, oh my gosh, why'd you enter long there? Don't you see the clear resistance? I just got telling you, if I had lost that trade, the pressure of you guys watching, will, definitely affects me. Because I'm thinking, what are they going to say? Literally, they're going to, people seriously come out of, once you start to trade a little poorly, that's when people start to come out of the woodwork, come out of the bush. Man, markets that move like this just, you get days where like literally the market does nothing, and then you get days like this where the market just goes straight up. Like if I show you a 10,000 tick chart, you're gonna be like, what is going on? Look at this 10,000 tick chart. This is like, in my opinion, just actually difficult to trade because this typically does not happen. So you're not expecting something like this. Jeez. No pullbacks in the 5-minute whatsoever. It's one leg. This is one leg up still. Not one pullback yet on the 5-minute chart. Perhaps getting another second entry long, but now the spike in channel, spike, channel, small breakdown, retest, makes a new high. Clearly above the 20 MA. I mean, will you take a second entry long here is a question. I still wish we could get a pullback on the 5-minute chart before I go long here. Otherwise, I feel like every trade is just feels so risky. I almost just want to buy. I just want to buy anywhere. You can literally just buy anywhere. But I shall not do that. First entries now. Making scalps. Do I dare take a trap trade here if we get one? Do I even dare? Second entry long forming here. I'm not really looking for a short trade, that's the thing. Wow. Second entry long. Scalps out immediately. Should I just take any second entry long? Jeez. When I actually try to do that, it never works. But days when I don't do it, it's working every time. Jeez. Ooh. What can you do? What can you do? I gotta be better at recognizing days like this. 'Cause sometimes, like I think yesterday, or 2 days ago, I tried to enter a second entry long on a strong uptrend, thinking it was a day like this, but no. Huh. Hmm. Trap trade. Be the first fail second entry long if it does happen. In this huge strong uptrend. I mean, I typically don't look for reversals on huge strong uptrends like this. So even if it does trigger, I don't expect much. Just because your mind is not really focused on any shorts whatsoever. But now we're beneath the 20 MA here. About to trigger a pullback on the 5-minute chart, which is in due time necessary. It needs to come back to 20 MA sometime today probably. trap trade setting up here on a super strong uptrend. Just not really thinking going short at all though today, so I'm gonna skip this trap if it does trigger, and I'll be looking for another long entry afterwards. I've asked, hello all, I have a question about Apex coupon code. If I blow my account, pretty sure I will, the recurring month permit to reset the evaluation. Not sure what you're asking, but I think you're asking the recurring month permit to reset the evaluation. Permits me to reset the evaluation. Your accounts do reset at the end of the month if they're blown and you haven't canceled them. So, and if you have like a 50K account, you almost want to wait. You almost want to do that because resetting it actually costs like 3 times as much than just waiting to renew. So that's why it's nice that actually today is the last day of the Apex promo. And so, you know, I'm down 175, but guess what, Pandas? It's not my money. It's all good. Trading absolutely risk-free here. And the nice thing about the Apex right now, the promo ending today is, you know, you could have traded the news today, and if you blew your account, you can reset them. You can not reset them, but you can essentially purchase new ones at a cheaper price than even resetting them. So that's which is actually really funny. Just purchasing new accounts is cheaper than resetting your accounts. It's wild. Cool. So second entry long does work out here. And pullback doesn't happen on the 5-minute chart. Live free for some of it's your money, costly amount. Yep. So when I say risk free, I mean trading here doesn't touch your capital. Actual trading doesn't touch your capital. But of course, you have to pay for the evals and fees. So it is risk free in terms of trading. And today is the last day for the eval, so or for the promo. So make sure you guys take advantage of it. I personally like to, you know, stock up on a couple because it's 80% off for every month. I don't mind if I bust them and if I let them reset at the renewal, because it's still at the 80% off, and I really wouldn't get a better deal than that. Sometimes they do like a 90% off promo, but those are pretty rare. And I've never seen like a 90% off plus more, you know, but the recurring months are usually 50% off. So this, in a sense, is a better deal long term. Cody says, I'm holding 90% off with 80% recurring though. That must have been a really old eval. Because the most recent 90% off one, which happened in December, was 90% off the first month and 50% off the recurring months. So that code right there, I actually don't remember when that code was. It must have been a while back. Alright, we're starting to go sideways here now. Trap trade. Okay, so failed second entry long here. Okay, finally got a pullback on the 5-minute chart. It's absolutely incredible move up. 10,000 tick chart also absolutely incredible move up. Big push down though here. In the big picture, we could still be in an uptrend, very strong uptrend. In fact, if I extend this original trend line, do all sorts of fun stuff here, but it could bounce off of this trend line here. I'll keep it like this just because there's so many ways you can draw that. Second entry long on a 10,000 tick chart for me. Okay. Going back to the previous day's close. Pretty strong move down here. This here says looking to go long with max contracts to make back my losses. Ooh, okay. Oh, Cody M kind of corrected his thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure. I mean, it's completely understandable. You need a really good setup if you're gonna do that. It's like a do or die situation. Only time I would do that is like if my accounts were like on life support, and I feel like, well, it's gonna get busted anyways. Might as well, you know, do one last chance to get this back up, kind of thing. Cool. Just it's a rock falling from the sky right now. No setups. 5-minute chart. Grinds up. Stairs up. Elevator down. So now are we in a downtrend? It seems like structure has changed. Are we looking for a short trade here, pandas? The 240 SMA could act as support here, and we can bounce off of it. The 20 EMA touched on the 5-minute chart. You're thinking you want one more leg up here on the 5-minute, 10,000 tick as well, one more leg up. That's what you're thinking, at least. At least what I'm thinking. Hard to go long in this because it's a clear downtrend. Very difficult to go long. You would be taking a big risk unless you're trading levels and you have, you know, some sort of risk tolerance there. But to me, it's kind of difficult just to go long on a limit order or some sort. If you go long, you want some confirmation that this is starting to turn to an uptrend. The second is short forming here. Jeez, I don't know if I like it though. Second is short, amazing. It's an ugly looking second is short. It is off a key area off this trend line, but outside bar reversal. It's absolutely nuts. Whew. Second entry short does work out beautifully. It works out, but man, that's a tough one. Wow. Pandas, tell me, what? How am I supposed to trade this? One huge move up, one huge move down. What? What? What am I looking at here? Goodness gracious. I was not expecting that. Too much drip. It's too much drip. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. 5 minute chart just breaks your mind. Mind has been shattered. What is this? Brain is broken. Completely obliterated. Well, pandas, hopefully you guys are doing better than I am. I can't find any entries. This one maybe, but that's scary. I mean, you really have to be confident we're going to just be straight downtrend, and I was not. I was thinking we want one more leg up on the 5 minute chart, but not anymore. Not anymore, really. So, wow. I was not expecting a reversal like this. Jeez. The market can truly do anything it wants, and this is an example of it. It's just, how do you trade this? Like, who was able to sell up here and thought that we're going to break down without even testing the 20 MA? Typically, you test a 20 MA at least. I'm just going to watch this go without me. Bye-bye. Couldn't get in on the uptrend. Can't get in the downtrend. You win some and you lose some. As long as the outcome is income. All right. Cool. Cool market. I don't know what to do. I'm lost for words. Second entry short. Can we get it? I mean, all the first entries have been working out nicely. This has been a first entry market. I have a feeling the first, second entry short that we get here is going to wow, 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 wow. Huge bear bar ending on its low. Follow through expected. Possible measure move. Jeez, that's a huge candle. Very strong bearish. Could be a pause bar for the next bar and then continuation. Another first entry. Hold. 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 Hold the door. Hold the door. Hold the door. GC Perks, I think this is a kind of market strategy. Yeah, but to be honest, that's tough. I mean, looking at this is not expected at all. Especially when you look at the higher time frames. Like, well, failed trap, maybe you could have entered short there. But the 5 minute, this is just unpredictable. Just boom, boom. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I certainly don't know. But there must be a strategy out there that lets you get in markets like this. But I'm just saying, markets like this are rare. So there is a strategy out there. It's like probably very low probability, very amazing risk reward strategy. You know what I'm saying? So. Don't know. Second to short, perhaps, in this area. Like I mentioned, 5 minute, most likely pause bar. It's 5 minutes, strong push down, pause bar, and then continuation after this. Highly likely if there's a pause bar here. A, B, C, second entry short. What do we have here now? La da da. Let's get a second entry short. It's a hidden second entry short right now. I'm on a technical second entry short. La da da. La da 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 da. First entry still. Okay. Let's get that second entry. Come on, market. Give me something good
trap.
to eat. Trap on 10,000 tick chart. This might leave without us, Pandas. It might have been the hidden second entry. Okay, cool. Cool second entry. Ends up being a hidden second entry short. That looks like this. Terrible signal mark coming off the 20 MA. What ended up happening was people just came with limit orders right at the 20 MA. That's all that trade was. Limit orders 20 MA, maybe 3 or 4 point stop loss, looking for a nice swing to a new low. That's what that trade was. And like I mentioned, 5 minute chart pause bar, most likely continuation of the strong bull bear bar here. And it happened exactly as I thought. And here we are. Big mama trade. Big Mama? Is it possible? Big Mama creating on the daily chart a trap trade on the daily. Second entry long failure. Woo. Big Mama setting up here. It's quite far away still, but quite possibly might hit it. Or it could double bottom here from the low of the day. And it could reverse again. Just as strongly as it went up and then down, it can go back up again. Still plenty of time in the day to do that. It's absurd, this market. Absolutely absurd. Yeah, Jay is Viking now. Yeah, I know that. That's an Al Brooks thing. He does more nuanced thinking where in the opening hour you can have it's not 80%, it's 50%. It's a 50-50. You can have opening reversal. Very strong move up after basically bouncing off the day's low. You gotta break a trend to new low here. I mean, how many bull bars is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bull bars in a row? Absolutely amazing. Harjit has some pretty strong feelings towards Al Brooks. I mean, I don't know if they're good feelings or bad feelings. Depends on how you want to interpret that F word. Maybe he loves Al Brooks like in a romantic way. Well, untradeable for me. Goodness, I mean that's incredible. I mean, at least we got to see the spectacle called the emini futures. Look at this. It's like Mount Everest. Goodness, this is the mountain you need to learn how to climb, pandas. If you can't climb these mountains, it will get you. Goodness gracious. A lot of dead bodies. Just litter, you know, Mount Everest is basically this is the same thing. Said dead bodies are dead Apex accounts. Just littered throughout this mountain called the E-mini futures. Also, pandas, if you want this tool, this horizontal ray tool, you can find it free at the website www.twoleggedpullback.com. Make sure you guys take advantage of the Valentine's promo. It ends today. Hope everyone has an amazing Valentine's Day. Hope you guys have already planned something. If you have not, it's not too late. I personally will be cooking a nice dinner. It's actually a way that we save money. We save money on Valentine's Day, typically where people like to spend money. And trust me, finding reservations on Valentine's Day is insane. So it's a lot better, if, well, at least for me, to cook a nice meal for Miss Panda. Be cooking up some risotto and some scallops. Green pea risotto. It's delicious. It's absolutely insane. Just like this market. Jonathan's going to Arby's. I mean, you must really love your wife. No, not all day. I want to see if there's a setup here. I want to get in one more setup if possible. But it's already looking weird, right? You got one leg above the 20 MA and another leg beneath the 20 MA, making things confusing. I wanted to go a long trade because of how strong this bounce off was, thinking we can get another leg up, right? You're still looking for a retest of this high. We might not get it, but that's what I would look for at least. Well, now that we're beneath the 20 MA, this setup might be shot. I mean, if you really think about it, if you love your significant other, you would gift them an Apex 80% off eval. Just imagine you open a ring box, get on one knee, open a ring box, and boom, you see a promo BBM 80. Like, how could she say no? Truly. How could she say no? Think about it. Just think about it for a sec. All right, pandas. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. No setup here for me. I want to get some bamboo back, but doesn't look like the market's being kind to me today. Geez, a huge move up, huge move back down, and yeah, wanted to get a piece of it either way, but no setups really, and that's the unfortunate thing. Sometimes about the two-legged pullback, this kind of sucks about it. You miss these big trends, but it is what it is. So pandas, take advantage. Today is the last day for the Apex eval. And who knows when it'll happen again. So stock up if that's your style. And if let's say you pass an eval, what are you going to do now? Are you going to buy another one at maybe 50% off of BBM 50? No, it's probably better if you had a couple stock. Let's say you fail one. What are you going to do now? You're going to buy another one? So either you pass or fail. It's good to have maybe one or two extra, or whatever, as many as you like. But that being said, pandas, I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, 9 o'clock for the pre-market, 9:15 for the mainstream, and I hope to see you guys there. And that being said, yep, everyone have a happy Valentine's Day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and as always, happy trading. God bless. Bye.